All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my channel, watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. Really appreciate it. This video here today is actually it's by request. I have had a few people now ask me to put this together, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I get a lot of requests about doing videos and stuff, and it's hard to satisfy everybody, but this one seemed to be the most popular one. So I see why I asked Angry Old Hoops, months ago, if he could break down the 98 All-Star game when Jordan, didn't really have any top. I think it was Reggie Miller is the only top 75 player on the East team, and the West was just loaded with like Jason Kidd and Kobe and David Robinson, Shaq, Kevin Garnett, Duncan. They were just loaded, and the East won the game, and Jordan won the MVP. So I know it takes time to do the video breakdown, all that stuff. I get it now why. He probably gets 50 times more requests than I do. I'm still a very young channel, very, very much in my infancy still. But anyway, and this one here, it's a compilation of the LeBron videos I've done, and it's just going to be the talking points of them. That's all it's going to be. So it's pretty interesting. Actually, I just kind of researched myself, basically, and just tried to put it all in a coherent manner that people can just have it all. You know what I mean? You can always go back and get the details by watching my other videos, and I'd appreciate if you did. But either way, this is basically the gist of it. Now, I didn't do everything because some of it would have took a lot longer to research, but this is the gist of it, and it's just going to be a bunch of random stuff. But these are the topics. A lot of them, probably 80% of the ones I've done in the 9 months. I think I just hit 9 months old of this channel. Been doing it. So I'll just get right into it. So LeBron James against top 5 finishers in the MVP. His record 5-8. Okay, there's one topic right there. LeBron blew a 3-2 lead in 2006. He blew a 2-1 lead in 2010, 2011, 2015, and 2021. He had the 2-1 lead and ended up losing every one of those series. He lost, I just did this one, he lost 3 or 4 consecutive playoff games 11 times. And that was the most of the 35 or so players that I researched. And you could say, well, he played, more games than anybody. Yeah, but Kobe only had 5. He played like 220 playoff games. The 2009 and 2010 Cavaliers were one of 3 teams to win 60-plus games in back-to-back seasons and failed to reach the finals. LeBron has not won an MVP or an all-defense for 10 years or in his 30s. Michael Jordan won 2 MVPs in his 30s. He also has 3 all-defenses in his 30s. That's just as an example. I think Bill Russell had won 1, maybe 2 in his 30s MVPs. LeBron has given up as many finals MVPs to his small forward counterpart as he has won himself. So he won 4 finals MVPs, but he gave up finals MVPs to Andre Iguodala. He gave one up to Kawhi Leonard, and he gave up 2 to Kevin Durant. That's 4 small forwards. LeBron lost 24 playoff games when leading the game by double digits. That's a lot of losses. That one was pretty funny. The only team, this is one of my favorite things that I never hear anybody talk about. The only team in the Eastern Conference in the last 50 years, 50 years, that won 65 plus games and did not win the championship. So you got the 83 76ers, the 86 Celtics, the 92 Bulls, the 96 Bulls, the 97 Bulls, the '08 Boston Celtics, the 2009 Cleveland Cavaliers, and the 2013 Miami Heat. Only the '09 Cavs out of those 8 teams is the only one that did not win the championship when winning 65 or more. And they were 66-16. LeBron James got upset with home court advantage in 2009, 2010, and 2011. Okay, this goes into the heart of the whole LeBron is a pass-first player. From 2004 through 2024, his 21 seasons, he averaged being in 6.42, so between 6th and 7th place for the most field goal attempts in the NBA for his career. All right, definitely not a pass-first player. In the same situation, I ran Larry Bird's career. He was at 7.83. So he's 1.5 spots ahead of Bird. Kobe Bryant was 5.56. So he's between 5th and 6th place. So he's less than 1 spot behind Kobe. Less than. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like not much difference. He's almost shooting as much as Kobe did. What can you say? And then I threw in Kevin Durant, who Kevin Durant was like, I think 10.06. I think he was, so he's basically like, 10th place on average. So in LeBron's career, he was top 3 times, top 5 times, and top 10 8 times in his career. I think that's right. No, LeBron was top 10, scrap that. LeBron was top 10 in field goal attempts 12 times out of his 21 seasons. So that's a pass-first guy. Okay. Among non-power forward or centers who won the MVP, LeBron has the worst free throw percentage of any MVP ever who was not a power forward or a center, and he's got the bottom 4. All 4 of his MVPs are the bottom 4 of any point guard, shooting guard, or small forward who won the MVP ever. And that's amazing. And he started MVP in 56, so almost 70 years now. 69, I guess it would be. That one makes me chuckle every time. LeBron James is 6-6 when he plays a team that had a first-team all-defensive player on it. LeBron has he about not maximizing his teammates. He relegated players like, Bosch, Bosch's PER before playing with LeBron from 06 to 2010, those 5 years, Bosch's PER was between 22.1 and 25.0. With LeBron, it goes down to 18.9 to 20.0. So Bosch's worst season is 2.1 better than his best season with LeBron. That's talking a lot. Kevin Love, his 3 full seasons before playing with LeBron, he was at 24.3, 25.4, and 26.9. In his 4 years with LeBron, he was anywhere between 18.8 and 22.4. Again, Love's worst season without LeBron is better than his worst season without LeBron is better than his best season with LeBron by 2.1. Amazing. And Bosch and Love were both 26 years old when they joined playing with LeBron James. Also, Anthony Davis, he was the PER leader in 2015 at 30.8. In 2019, the year before joining LeBron, he was 30.3. In the 5 years with LeBron, he was 22.1 to 27.8. Still, 2.5 under what he did in he could never beat what he did in 2019. In the 5 years he's been playing with LeBron. And Russell Westbrook, everybody likes to crap on Westbrook. But in 2021, I don't know if people know this, but Russell Westbrook had the best assist per game season in the last 25 years. Period. Look it up. Westbrook in 2021, the year before joining the Lakers, his PER was 19.5. In 2022 with LeBron, it dropped to 15.0. And right now, at age 36, coming off the bench, Russell Westbrook's PER is 14.5. Marginally worse coming off the bench. I mean, he's playing 10 less minutes a game, and he's almost as efficient as when he played with LeBron. I guess Jokic, brought that out in him. Definitely better than LeBron. Jokic did a lot better job than LeBron did. LeBron James has a higher percentage of 6+ turnover games than Karl Malone, who's one of the leaders all time in turnovers, or even James Harden. You don't think James Harden was a ball-dominant player with a bunch of high turnover games? Going by percentage, LeBron is higher than both those guys. I find that hilarious. LeBron played the least amount of top 5 net-rated teams of my top 12, going by percentage. So Dr. J, going by the NBA only, he had also the worst record too. Well, Dr. J was 7-8, 52.4% of the time he played a team that was top 5 net rated. Shaq, 15-7 is his record. 50% of the time he played a top 5 net rated team. Tim Duncan was 9-9, 37.5%, a little low. Akeem Olajuwon, 7-8, like Dr. J, but he played a top 5 net rated team 53.4% of the time. That's high. Now, Wilt Chamberlain, of course, he played at a time and there wasn't that many teams. He was 12-11, 79.3% of the time, but a lot of that had to do with what the league was then. Larry Bird, 9-7 against top 5 net rated teams, 48.5% of the time he played one. Kareem, 13-8, 42.8% of the time he played a top 5 net rated team. Kobe Bryant, 16-9, 58.1% of the time he played a top 5 net rated team. Magic Johnson was 10-6, 41% of the time played a top 5 net rated team. Bill Russell, like Wilt, because of the era they played in, it was 23-2 against top 5 net rated teams. He played one 86.2% of the time. Michael Jordan, 15-7 against top 5 net rated teams, 59.4% of the time. And then you get to LeBron James. He was 9-10, so I guess technically he was one game under 500, which was the same as Olajuwon or Dr. J. And of course, those guys were playing on great teams. But here's the one that matters. LeBron James in 54 series only played against 19 top 5 net rated teams, 35.1% of the time. The weakest of all 12 of my top 12. He had the lowest percentage and the worst record. Right there should tell you a lot about who this guy is. GOAT? Come on, man. This whole list is against LeBron, why he's not the GOAT. LeBron played in 5 of the 10 weakest conferences in NBA history by win percentage since the merger. It's been 48 seasons have been played since the merger. So that's 96 conferences. Out of the 96 conferences, LeBron played in 5 of the 10 weakest, going by winning percentage. That's pretty bad. And then also, since the merger of the 96 conferences, LeBron played in 7 of the 20 conferences out of the 96 with 2 or less 50-win teams in it. And often, his team was one of the 50. Hilarious. And then last but not least, this will be the last point. LeBron joined 2 of the top 4 players in PER in the 2009-2010 season. So what I remember in the 2010 season, the top 4 in PER was, I think it was LeBron number 1, Kobe was number 2, Dwayne Wade was number 3, and Chris Bosh was number 4. So when LeBron joined Bosh and Wade in Miami, that means that going into that season in 2011, they had 3 of the top 4 players in PER. So you got 3 of the 4 most efficient players in the league on one team. And LeBron has the nerve to sit there and say that, oh, we just had minimal players to fill out the roster. You don't need anybody else. Look what you got. You're the most top-heavy team in the league by a mile. I mean, unbelievable, just excuses. I mean, it's unbelievable to me, how good Bosh and Wade were before joining LeBron. That first year, they actually played more, kind of a three-man basketball kind of thing. But then that was it. After 2012, Bosh went and stood in the corner. Wade started having a little bit of knee trouble. He did learn how to play off ball, still making all NBAs and stuff. But, they just weren't quite the same. It's amazing how many players he's done that to. Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, I guess you could say too. He's having a good year this year, but overall, Davis was a monster, and he's just, he's still great, and maybe even a top 5 player in the league. Definitely top 10. But, this is what happens. He relegates you to that, you know what I mean? Because his stats got to come first, and, he's got to get his, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. Again, people have been asking me about this. It's a compilation video. I went back and, I just kind of looked through a bunch of them, and, this was most of them. I mean, there was a few more that I would have to go a lot further into detail over. But anyway, I find it interesting. But this is the receipt, though. You just drop this on somebody's lap. You just go, bam, here's my receipt, damn it, about your boy, And then, try to make one about Jordan, Find his shortcomings and failures. Go for it. I say it all the time. I got this. I'm going to hold it up, and hopefully if you guys can see it okay. Maybe, I don't know if you can take a snapshot of it. I know, I wish I had video and graphics too. Eventually, it will be coming. My wife and I, we're going to look into doing it. But anyway, if you guys take a snapshot of that, you have it. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. And until next time.